Alright, here we have our beloved male wife, Dr. Luuk Herssen, obviously not spared by Kuro's need to abuse every single one. He's the newest male of 3.1. Personally, I will attempt to at least see one him on my birthday, the 28th of February, so feel free to join my Discord to be notified or turn on alerts to join and watch. From the front, Luuk is quite flat. Maybe. I always think he kind of looks like a kicked puppy, but his layers really aren't too broad or attention-grabbing. We have his blonde semi-mullet, his lab coat which seems to be two coats sewn together, with a longer drape here, and dark pants with the obligatory leg strap. From the side, again, Luuk is unfortunately flat. Well, we'll be looking under his coat later. For now, he mainly has the white side here, his tiny little ponytail, and shoes with no heels for once. Wow. Maybe it was forbidden in the workplace? From the back, it's quite obvious that Luuk's color scheme is very clinical. White, dark green, and black are practically all the colors here. He also has little wings, danglies, hanging off of his coat. The last side actually isn't mirrored for once, keeping the sleeve down and having a shorter drape compared to the other arm. Besides that though, the gloves are pretty much the same, so let's go back to the top. From the top, I have to stay with my opinion of him looking very clinical.
I am a surgeon!
While I know it makes sense, especially while working with open patients, Luuk's face has no makeup, slight shadow, lip tint, or really anything. I mean, he has this tiniest little shadow along his waterline, but I don't think that really counts. His eyes are also way simpler than characters we've had before. Aside the jagged lines, a diamond pupil, and like slight green shadow, they're a simple dark red to lighter orange gradient. But this is probably to highlight how his pupil changes in his ultimate. At least we have a tiny ear cuff or helix piercing on his ear. His hair is very messy and blonde. The upper half is pulled back into a tiny ponytail, secured with a ring, while the lower half stays as a longer mullet-esque hairstyle. Aside from this, his tips are also dyed a light green. Moving further down, Luuk's design is intentionally busy, with lots of vein or vein-like patterns all over. He wears this shirt under his coat with a closed belted collar and a swirly pattern down to his chest. This pattern kind of looks like the symbol for veterinarians, which would worry me as a student of Star Torch, but alas. With two snakes coiled around another, with one coiled around his neck, and a nice white to dark green and purple gradient. There generally seems to be a star pattern too, with the end of the snake having one, and the coat on top of his shirt also featuring some on the collar along with writing, but we'll look at the coat later. Moving on to moving to one arm, the upper arm is covered by his coat, having a very intricate green pattern on the top with a golden medal that kind of looks like a stethoscope right above the cuff. On top of this arm is the long white drape, with nothing really special about it aside from the pattern and a zipper going down the middle. The cuff also has a outer golden and green lining leading to the arm. The arm is, very textured, having many veins drawn down his lower arm to the hands. I do kind of find it interesting that while he has golden blood, the start of the veins are green, and in the game you can see them pulsing green too. I wonder if the experiments done to him have something to do with that as well. His hand is covered by a standard white glove with an upper cutout for a black and golden stripe pattern and writing. The other arm is fully covered by both his coat and the shorter green sleeve on top. The coat is only white with a green ring around the cuff, while the short drape cover is mainly green with another zipper, a DNA pattern, and a white cutout part with silver lining and a blue tiny tag. Unfortunately, his hand is the same as the other side, aside from his tacet mark. However, I cannot see his full hand here. The model they provided versus the model in the game for his ultimate seems to be different. Going back to his chest, Luke's coat, much like his undershirt, is very intricate. How randomized it may look, it is noticeable that if you look closely, most of the patterns either look like tubes, like here on this black collar part, or like DNA strings, like the signs. There's also this metal piece holding the two coat halves together. The back and the sides are much of the same, with two coat halves and many tube and DNA patterns. He does have these jutting out wing-like DNA pins on one side, while the other only has a pattern resembling it. Accessory-wise, he has quite a big bag, with a clasp similar to his eye and his ultimate. And while there is no contents here, the loops above it look like storage for tubes or syringes. The bag is also attached to a black open belt. The belt has a nice marble-like texture to it, and Luke in general has many fabric and metal textures to him. Moving further down and removing his coat. Flat. It's just flat, unfortunately. Like, I can BBL him, but that won't change reality. Aside his flat as justice are behind though, his belt situation is interesting. The main belt is this silver DNA pattern piece that kind of looks similar to the pins on his back. Attached to this is another black belt with this ring, which I don't know how it holds up with only this string on the other end, but alas. On this ring, we have his ID. Compared to Mornier, this one actually has his picture, along with many small 160p details. Next to the ID badge is a little DNA keychain and another belt going down. Further down, he has a leg strap, which honestly suffers more in the promo stuff, and his black pants, which go over his shoes with more DNA patterns to the sides. His shoes are quite plain, being black with gold accents and nothing special under the shoe. Also, no feet, no skin in the legs either. A quality win. While the last meal wasn't even that long ago, Luke feels special due to his relevance in the story and constant reappearance in 3.0 and 3.1. I honestly didn't expect his playstyle to be so effect heavy, since he himself looks so clinical, but I like his dual use of weapons and whatever domain expansion attempt this is. Next is probably the school rover, so please look forward to that. I hope you enjoyed and have a nice day. Bye bye.